Think about the times in your business when you thought things were going great and the customer had a question or a little objection and you didn't handle it quite right and they walked off and you didn't make the sale. Has that happened? Or what about you enroll with some client in a conversation and it doesn't go quite right? Oh, I shouldn't have said it like that. I should have said it like this. And you drop the ball, it cost you the sale. Well, you're going to learn right now, today, a very quick and easy system on how to walk them through to make sure that never happens again. So welcome, I'm Joel Rico. This is a little snippet from the language of agreement, and this is a tool that you're going to be able to get right here, right now, and put it into play today. Here we go. First of all, let's start with really what is an objection. There's a couple of ways to look at that. Well, one way to look at it is the way most people think. The client, the customer has a problem, they have an issue, and I don't like that, and they think about something in a way that doesn't serve you, but that's not true. This is the way I think about it. And what happens under that context is we set up this, they see it this way and I see it that way, so I'm going to prove to them that my way's right, and we drop the ball. We get in this right, wrong, who's right, who's wrong thing, and you end up losing the client. So we're going to go through a very easy 3-step process right now that's going to prevent that from ever happening. The first thing that we're going to do is consider that any objection that comes from our client, we're simply going to look at that as it's a question. It's a question that they have that we didn't answer. It's an outstanding opportunity that when the client has an issue, it's an opportunity to engage with them, to answer the question, to illuminate the situation. It's a possibility to make the sale. So first of all, let's just get excited when we have an objection. That's a great thing. It's much better than the alternative. All right, so here's the 3-step process. Step 1 is going to be to create some agreement, validate the client, generate some agreement. Go back a couple of videos, we did one on agreement. This is a great place to put this into play. Step 2 is to expand the conversation, to open the conversation, to answer their question, to enroll them with another question, to show them your perspective, something like that. We'll do some examples in a moment. And then step 3 is literally ask them to move forward. Most people would call that the close. You could call it a close. You could say give them a choice. You could say ask them to step forward. It's literally asking them to make a move. All right, so here's how that goes. Let's dry run it first. Let's say that you get an objection. The first thing I'd like to say, the first thing I want to come out of my mouth is some sort of positive validation agreement. If the client says, wow, that costs so much money, I want to find the place where I can agree with that. That might be, yes, I know 500 is a lot of money. Yes, I realize that sounds like a lot of money. I understand this feels expensive, right? I just want to take their side, step 1, okay? Step 2 is I want to expand the perspective. I want to enroll them with a question somehow. That might be step 1, yes, that sounds like a lot of money. And then step 2, if you look at the fact that these last for 10 years and it's $500, it's only $50 a year. That's much cheaper than the competition because theirs only lasts for 2 years. So show them a new perspective. The idea in step 2 is answer their question. Show them a new venture. Show them a new vantage point. Evolve the conversation somehow. And then my goal in step 2 is I want to illuminate them, enlighten them somehow, and the client says, oh, wow, I never thought about it that way, or wow, that's a good point. The goal here is to find some kind of agreement where the client says, oh, I get it. The moment we get some sort of agreement there from the client, step 3. Step 3 is the request. Ask the client, so should we move forward? Are you ready to buy one? Would you like to buy one or would you like to buy 2? Would you like to make it cash or charge? Do you want to take it home today or do you want to pick it up, have it delivered on Monday? Some sort of question to bring the client forward. So again, step 1, find some agreement, answer their question, validate their perspective. Step 2, answer their question. That might be show them another perspective, ask them a bigger question, evolve the vantage point so they see it through your filter, through your perspective. And then when we get agreement there, step 3, ask the client to move forward. Great, well then let's sign the contract. Great, should we do it this way or that way? All right, really briefly, let's do one more example. Let's say the customer says, you know, I don't need this, I can do it myself. I don't need to buy your fancy one, I'll just make one on my own, whatever that is. Step 1, validate them. Great. That's great that you have the skills to make your own. Good for you. That's perfect. Step 2, give them another vantage point. Yes, you certainly could make one on your own, and these are already made, and they're perfect, and they're warrantied, and they're whatever, and you can take one home today and you won't have to give up your weekend. Whatever new perspective the client isn't considering. And I want to do that and enroll the client in, oh, okay, great, yeah, I wouldn't have to do one myself, or I can get one with a warranty, or the warranty one fits into my old parts, whatever that is. The moment we get agreement, I'm going to say, great, would you like the red one or would you like the blue one? Can I wrap it for you? Would you like to take that away? Whatever that is. So as you follow the step-by-step process, you will find that as you begin by agreement, begin by validating your client, there's little or no argument left. As you do this, the client will feel good because you agree with them. Because you agreed with them, they're going to want to agree with you when you show them new perspective. We're all in agreement. Since we're all in agreement, it's easy to say, great, let's sign the contract. I hope that helped. Again, like all things, there's no magic bullet. There's no one tool, one script that's going to solve all the problems. What does solve all the problems is your great habits. So practice this, practice until validating the client, finding agreement becomes a reflex. Practice until these are your organic reflexes, and you'll find that you'll get fewer and fewer and fewer objections, and the ones you do get, quick and easy to solve. So thanks for tuning in. Again, it's my intention. This made a huge impact on your business and your life, and it's been my privilege to make a difference for you, and hoping that you use this to go make a difference for others. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.